And you're now listening to TLKinfamous.
All right, welcome back to episode. I always forget what episode we on, but we're
One of the
introducing.
episodes.
Huh?
I said one of the episodes.
Yeah, one of the episodes. But yeah, we're introducing our new segment. We know we usually do tweet of the week, but we're gonna do TikTok of the week this week, and we have to clarify that, right?
Yes, because I know we go back and forth between tweet of the day and tweet of the week, but listen, y'all gonna get a tweet regardless. It don't even matter, all right?
Or now TikTok too, right?
Yeah, TikTok of the week.
My biggest piece of advice for content creators is to take advantage of that humble beginnings phase. Now, what I mean by that is when I was growing my YouTube channel, when I started it, I had just moved back in with my parents. I was in my early 20s, couldn't find a job, was really just trying to get my life together. And that is when I picked up my camera. Most people wait until they're out of that phase where they feel like they've got their ish together and then they want to start documenting. But when I was documenting in that stage, I grew the fastest that I have grown ever since because people could relate to me the most at that time. I didn't know how things were going to play out. I was just kind of going along for the ride, and my audience was excited to go on that journey and experience that with me. So do not think you have to wait until things are perfect. You got the perfect backdrop, the perfect gear to start now and take advantage of people being able to relate the most to you.
In the TikTok itself, she was talking about starting where you're at now, not waiting to like feel like you have something or have the right things in order to create the content or be what you want to be. What are you guys' opinion on that as content creators?
I resonated with so much because, like, for me, like, I'm always critiquing my work. I'm like, damn, I should have never said that. I should have did this.
Yeah.
Like, damn, wait, I need to get this mic. I need to do this. And it's like, after you waiting and you're contemplating so much, you're wasting so much time when you could be actually just doing what you love and just doing what you're supposed to be doing rather than trying to get all the pieces. Of course, I feel like we should all be prepared and when we're, sharing our artwork or projects, but at the end of the day, like, we always want to be perfect, you
Right.
know? At sometimes you gotta like step back and be like, listen, this is what I have. This is what I'm gonna show y'all. So that's how I felt about that.
I definitely agree with that. I think that's one thing I liked about us doing Talk Infamous and our podcast is like it has shown me how to be more like open to just like going as I am and not being
Right.
so like us even adding the video element. You know me, I'm anybody who follow me on Instagram know they don't really know much about me. They just know what I put out. I don't really talk on Instagram. I don't really do videos. So like this is kind of like me coming out my shell and allowing me to be like
Vulnerable.
being vulnerable. So it's like it also teach me like, sometimes you just gotta just go for it. Like when we was watching back at our first video, our first episode, I was looking back and I was like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it would be,
Right.
And it's all about growing.
Yeah, I feel like, what both of y'all said is right. And also, like you said, as creators, we like our biggest critics. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
We'll tell ourselves, like, nah, this ain't it. But I'm
Right.
going to show the world it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then just keep starting over or once you like building, put that out because somebody else, there'll be 500 million people that like it. You know what I
Right.
mean? You might just think like, and honestly, it's about the people too, as far as creators, you know what I mean? Like, you could want it, but like, how would you like, you gotta like it too. I gotta give you. I gotta also be able to put whatever critique that you give me and put it into my whatever I'm doing. So
And the only way you could do that is by actually
by
releasing
showing
it.
them exactly because
Yeah,
you can be sitting on it. I think that's a lot of creators go through that. No matter if you're a fashion designer, if you're an artist, if you're a rapper, you're a singer, you got tons of work that you did not put out because you kept saying this is not it. And people around you, even your media circle, be like, that's fire. You be like, nah,
Right.
I'm not doing it. But if you just would have did it, you never know. You won't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? You won't know. You never put it out. You never tried it.
It was crazy because I was actually watching a documentary. We had a conversation about this last night, about how artists, sometimes artists, well, nowadays artists, they wait 2 to 4 years to like release music, and by the time the music part doesn't even resonate with them.
Right, or it don't resonate with them, or it's just in a different time now.
It's a
Yeah.
different
different
time.
time. It's like, all right, but then it's like, but as far as music, if you got timeless music, it don't matter. Just drop it still.
Yeah, but that was the
you know
thing
what I
though.
mean?
But I was saying like in comparisons, like now they do that, but like even back in the day, I was looking. The documentary was talking about how like Aretha Franklin has like 50 albums out because she was dropping 3 albums out in one year.
Right,
And it's like sometimes it's about just like doing what feels right in the moment as a creator,
right.
and then letting it be and letting it, like you said, letting it be received. And the only way you could get better is like you said, letting it be received and be like, okay, this is where it's going. This is what people like. This is what they don't like.
100%.
How can I self improve?
Right.
But my question to you guys also is, as a content creator, what do you like about content creating the most?
I like the process for me.
Yeah.
The process is fun. Like all our bloopers, and I'm like, oh shit, like why I did that. It's fun. Like, all right, I did this. I want to do this next. So
Right.
I honestly, it's the process. That's the fun part for me.
Yeah, the process, the beginning and the end, you gotta really celebrate that. Like you gotta really be like when you put it together, how you messed up, when you got it back on track, you gotta celebrate the whole journey. Because at the end, you're gonna get rewarded. But if you sitting there doubting yourself throughout the whole journey, you ain't gonna get that same reward. That's the reward you're gonna get. So throughout the whole time, I'm like, you know what, I gotta get it right. Or like, all right, I messed up, but I'm gonna get it right. You keep saying I'm gonna get it right, I'm gonna get it right. At the end, you're gonna receive those blessings. But if you doubting yourself through the whole journey, what you got to celebrate at the end?
Right.
I think for me, the biggest thing is also, like you said, as far as reward, the reward for me is like freedom. And I feel like content creating, that offers the freedom that offers you as a person the freedom to navigate and put yourself in different spaces of interest that you have. Because when you're doing content creating, you're pretty much selling, I wouldn't say selling yourself, but you're showcasing yourself.
Right.
And the different things that you like, whether it's cooking, whether it's dancing, whether it's you like history.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, looking at TikTok, you see that there's so many people with different interests, and they're able to like commodify that.
And also, it's like people like you telling people your story.
Yeah.
So like even if you stopped and you messed up, they still see that. Like, oh, I remember when, like you said, like your first episode. I bet you your first episode wasn't like the one now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My first Switch logo wasn't this one. You know what I mean? So it's like that part of it too. They get to see you grow, not you don't. The tree ain't, you wake up, you just see a tree like, damn. You feel me? You don't know
I
when
never
they
actually seen a tree grow.
this,
That's a good point.
when they planted the seed. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like when you got plants in your house, you plant your seed, you watch it grow. You mean you got an interaction with it.
I feel like that's very important too, because at the end of the day, like Instagram, I feel like Instagram is so superficial to an extent where we'll show our finished product.
Yeah.
Like, this is me after I did everything, and now you see me on the big screen. That's
Right.
Instagram. But it's also, like you said, important to show the journey, because now people can relate to you. Oh, okay, like this is what they're doing. I can learn from them. Okay, like they struggled too. They made a mistake. They working on it. It gives them motivation to, all right, you know what?
Right.
Let me keep doing what I'm doing. And I was looking at the Kanye West documentary.
Oh boy.
I felt
Loved
like
it.
I watched it and I was like, yo, this gave me like motivation. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching it and I was like, yo, like he was doing it for a minute. He was going to different labels trying to do this, going to different cities, just trying to get signed.
Right.
And it just made me feel like, yo, let me just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to find this right process, this right routine. And once
Ain't
you
no
get
right
it, you
way,
get
right.
it.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Like you said, you don't know what somebody else is going through. So you showing your journey will give somebody else the confidence to be like, I'm not doing bad. Like,
Right.
oh, that's what they went through. Okay, cool. Then I'm on the right track.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like-minded individuals, you get to see what somebody else is going through. You know what I mean? And it would give you the courage to then not stop.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, I think pretty much what we're saying is like the part of that process, and the best way to do is by being authentic throughout the way.
Right.
That's what people want. That's what I'm learning. People want somebody who's authentic, someone they can relate to, and that's the way to go.
I have one question for you guys.
Yeah.
So I know you always want to learn, and in a place where we, like you said, content creating, like how do you adjust the feedback? And I know, listen, we could all say the answer, like I love feedback. I love feedback too, but sometimes I'll get feedback. It's like, oh, damn, like, and then I'll be so focused on the feedback, and then it'll set me back. And sometimes they'll mess me up. Like when I used to do, Truth Record Theater Company, shout out to them. I used to perform, and I had this person come on, Malik Yoba. He was beautiful. He was nice. And he seen me perform one time, but he seen me do it many times. And then this one time I performed, and it was a comedic scene. So you guys know, making people laugh is hard.
Yeah.
But I was doing a comedic scene, which he seen me do many times. But that one time I didn't give him my all. And then he gave me feedback. And when I went on to keep doing it, I was thinking of his feedback so much that it kind of like messed up the way I was supposed to do that play. So sometimes it could be hard to take feedback and not be too focused on it, because then when you focus on the feedback so much, you may, like you said, start doubting yourself.
No, right, 100%.
But what is y'all take on feedback and be real?
Nah, all right, you wanna go?
There you go.
Like, so me with feedback, I hear what you said, right? So now what you saying that I feel like it's more so about sometimes about who it's coming from.
Yep.
Would definitely be like, damn, like you feel me? Like that's somebody that's big, that's been in the industry, or somebody that's even close to you that'll give you a feedback. You just like, go back to square one, like pull out your notepad, like, all right, let me erase all this shit because they just said my shit. You feel me? Like, so in that aspect, with that type of feedback, you just got to take it with a grain of salt because like everybody's journey is not your journey. So it's like, okay, I get you if I hear what you're saying, but that's really your feedback is really their opinion.
Right.
So I'm not like, and the person that's giving the feedback got to be okay with you not changing who you are.
Right.
Like, yeah, I heard what you said, but I'm gonna take that in. But I can't stop. You know what I mean? I can't erase with everything I had going because of that one feedback. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people, like you said, like I said from earlier, it goes back to who it is, who it came from. You know what I mean? And if you're a person that you just got to be strong about it because in this world, feedback is a thing. Like especially on social media, you put out something, you better block your comments because the world is under there. You know what I mean? But again, when you go back to saying how you said Malik Yoba, whatever,
Malik Yoba,
how he was that person that had you really stuck is because of who he was in the industry. Because it's like, wow, he said that.
Right.
Now I gotta make sure it's right. And now I'm not really authentic with it no more because I'm trying to play by his book. I'm playing my own game.
You hit the nail because I was going to say the same thing. I feel like all about being able to navigate what is the like proper, like who is it coming from. So that's why I feel like for me, I'm always looking towards like mentorship. So those are like the people who I feel like I value and whose opinions who really matter to me. Because if I don't find those people, because we all need feedback. We all need feedback to get better.
We need that.
But it's all about, like you said, who we get it from. So if I have a few trusted people who I believe in and who I know have my best interests at heart, that's gonna always kind of like steer me in the right direction and kind of keep me away from the other things. I think it was another point I was gonna bring up. I forgot it, but yeah, that's like my biggest thing right there. It's like you said, focusing on the right people
and not staying too much in your head.
Yeah, get out your head.
Oh, that's another thing. It's also about timing too, timing and delivery too, because I feel
I'm
like
still learning that, y'all.
Yeah, sometimes it's never the perfect timing because I feel like in that case, I mean, I would have preferred if I was you too, to like probably hear that at a different time because like you said, you go on stage and you're like, oh shit, but also it's like he's telling you because it's in the moment and it's also you're a performer, so it's like you got to be able to like turn on, and I guess that's just like a way for you to sharpen your skills because you're always gonna, as a performer, you're gonna have
think
that.
Quick.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, something, so you just got to think quick. So, yeah. That's my take on it too. Like timing and also delivery.
Right.
Shout out to Aaron on Demand. That was the TikTok, right?
Yes, Aaron on Demand.
Aaron on Demand. Well, listen, I hope that helped you guys to figure out what y'all want to do and to stay consistent because at the end of the day,
100%.
being consistent, like we started the podcast in April of last year and we have 14 audio episodes out and
we have 40.
We took a lot of pauses because we was trying to figure out a schedule, but like when I noticed as soon as I started like putting the episodes out, that's where we got the traction. That's no matter if we mess up, it's about staying consistent. You get the feedback, you take it in, you do what you do, but constantly, working and putting something out you're gonna get progress.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, and that's why I'm just saying that's the thing I love about us, is about us staying consistent. Because even through we have different schedules and stuff like that, and things may not always turn out the way we wanted to, but we always make sure we manage to get the work done.
Right.
And once you get the work done, like I said, you get the work done, you put out what you can, you put your best foot forward, people are going to see that.
100%.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our TikTok of the week. So that's a new segment. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing, the tweet of the day is the same thing, so we're probably going to interchange the two, but we hope you guys enjoy that. And again, shout out to Erica on Demand. Follow her on TikTok.
Aaron on Demand.
Aaron on Demand.
Not Erica. And shout out to TLKinfamous, Mac Visions for joining us for another episode.
Shout out to Switz, somewhere in the sky. We here.
Switz. Last but not least, I just want to say thank you guys for, taking this journey with us. Stay tuned. TLKinfamous.